What's been going on? It's been a lot.
It's definitely been a lot, boy.
It's been heavy.
Definitely. God damn it, man. This is what I mean. Why is everyone doing this nonsense? Like, Ratchet City.
Oh, God. You antagonized her to that point. So now she's responding and you want to do up, I'm going to walk out and take a breather. Come on now. I think these Gen Zs are creative. They're very brazen.
Absolutely.
They don't give a heck.
Like, you don't care that's attached to you?
Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, Dammy to the Zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Can't bother to do the rest.
Yeah, man.
I'm tired.
Your boy's international, you get me?
Get me. International?
Start the day. Global, multinational.
We back, guys.
Doing that. Start the week in one land on one continent. Finish the week on another. You know, so you never know where I might be.
Gosh, Annie had a birthday recently as well.
You know.
How was it?
Up.
How was it?
Yeah, man. It was vibes. It was nice. Had a nice day. Went to a fancy restaurant. Went to see the Stranger Things.
Okay.
Theatre play.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're even the slightest bit interested in Stranger Things, it's a must because the theatrical execution. This is taking the story out, taking the fandom out. Just what they do in the theater is top notch. I've never seen that level of, like, they must have spent bare money on the technology that they installed in the theater. It's mad.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
Okay. How was your holiday?
That's all I can say. Yeah, lit. St. Lucia is lit. Wonderful place, wonderful people, wonderful food. One negative, man didn't have no okra when he was out there. What?
Do they eat okra?
People doing? Not really. Like, everyone I asked was like, ugh. And I said, nah, don't do that. And then I found an Indian restaurant, because they do it, but most people don't like it. And then I found an Indian restaurant. I said, bro, do you not do okra? They said, yeah. I said, well, I've literally just eaten, so I'm going to come back on another day. Came back on the next day. They said, oh, we run out. I said, blood, what's going on? Because everyone's telling me they don't like it. So how are you, man, running out when you had it?
Maybe they have a small quantity, and once that's done, it's done.
They must. But
because okra's bare viscous. It's bare viscousy. If that's the right way to explain it.
I need the viscosity. But yeah, they let man down on that. I also didn't get any sours when I was out there, and that's a big St. Lucian dish, and I didn't get any of that. So,
oh no.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? Trying to hide it off camera.
What
are you drinking?
I'm just drinking a beverage. It's come back from the gym, so I treated myself.
What's the beverage? What's the beverage?
The beverage is, a nice little bottle.
I see.
Of water.
I see.
Bottle of water.
It's not water, guys. It's not water. It has an alcoholic percentage.
Oh, where you see alcoholic percentage? I ain't see that.
It's low. I don't know where you got that from. It's low, but it's there.
I don't know where you got that
It's
from.
low, but it's
Man, don't
there.
do that. That's haram. Man, don't do that.
You do. You just showed it to me. Why are you lying? Anyway, guys. Hey, hello, hi, peeps. It's your home slice, Dammy Zane, on your screen, in your ears, alongside my co-host, Venom.
What's good, people? Your boy in the building.
That's right. We are back. Episode 101, yo. 101.
101. Like the Dalmatian.
1.
The thing not done. Oh, yeah, you're doing Puff Daddy quotes. Okay, cool.
Ow! I even forgot that it was him.
I knew you did. As soon as you did it, I was like, ironic. It's just ironic. Serendipitous. How you feeling about that whole situation?
We going straight in. We going straight in, yeah?
No, that wasn't even one of my topics, to be fair. But we
can go straight. We can
do.
We can go straight. I ain't seen you for a while. How do I feel about it? I feel like it's going to be difficult for me to believe he didn't do some of the things. And I've said this before in a previous episode. I've noticed that there's a narrative going around now, the whole, oh, people just trying to get the black man down narrative. And I'm just like, are you lot not tired of that narrative? Because if he didn't do anything, there wouldn't be any allegations. So yeah, I'm just going to park that. I think I just want to wait and see what happens. They raided his yard. They arrested his son. Apparently, there's rumours that he was found on some island trying to flee, all sorts. I just want to see how it plays out. Stevie J came out and said that nothing that he's been accused of is true. 50 Cent's been petty as hell, as usual. Even 50 Cent, even a story came out about 50 and his baby mom. Did you hear about that?
Not about 50 and his baby mom. I heard about Diddy and 50's baby mom.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same story. 50 found out that his baby mom, or he saw pictures of his baby mom with Diddy, found out that the baby mom did a bit of...
on that payroll.
Was on the payroll. Thank you for wording it that way, because I was about to struggle to find a way to word it as PG. On the payroll, and blasted her for it. And then she turned around and was like, even when you lived 10 minutes from us, you saw your son maybe like 5 times that year. Don't come and start acting like you're the father of the year when you're not. This is the last time that we're going to allow you to put us in danger. Don't want nothing to do with you no more. That's it.
Mad.
A lot's been going on. It's been a lot.
It's definitely been a lot, boy.
It's been heavy.
Definitely been a lot. Definitely been a lot.
But what are your thoughts on it?
It's just very crimes aside, it's very entertaining, to say the least, because
I agree.
It's just everyone's just up in the air. So many of his so-called friends are just you know what I mean, like standing by the wayside saying nothing.
Silence.
No support.
Silencio.
Yeah. And that's what happens, man. Like, you can be the top guy or girl, have all the money, but the reality is, when people are coming for you, who's got your back? That's the people that's your friend.
If it came out that I did a Mazzoline, not Diddy scale, because I'm not capable of that sort of...
You have to give me the scale. Give me a scale.
It can't be that scale, because I could never ever like orchestrate something like that. But let's say it was something like, if it came out that I was on a payroll, similar.
Okay, yeah.
Or I'd committed a crime like, I don't know, fraud, since I'm Nigerian, or maybe like one of them ones where it's like, oh, she assisted another criminal in something, yeah, and it came out.
Yeah.
Would you back me as like
it all depends on the motive, man. It all depends on the motive. It's less about the crime and more about the motive.
What do you mean?
Because, like, you know, sometimes in fact, I'm gonna start this story, yeah, and these times I don't even know history properly, innit? But so let me just preface that, guys. Don't judge, man. It's coming from the heart. Don't worry about the facts, yeah. But, like, for example, Nelson Mandela was labeled a terrorist before he was then the president and then rated. But his mission was always the same, innit? Because his motives were the same. At one point, they were illegal motives, and then they were, get me?
Yeah.
So if the motives are like, yeah, no, she's fighting for something, like, I respect what she's going for, even though she's done it illegitimately, then yeah, I'll be like, you know what? Kids, obey the law, innit? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? She did her thing. Unfortunately, she got caught, whatever. You know what I mean? Stay on the right side of the law, guys, etc., etc. Just depends on what the motives are. If you're just doing stuff like for your selfish, your own volition type thing, and it's, you know what I mean, putting other people in jeopardy, then it's like,
this is where we're different. This is where we're different. Because I think
Why?
I would be like, I've known this guy for 3 years now.
Mm.
I'd be like, he's innocent till he's proven guilty. I don't believe that he did that. And I would
No,
stand
I'm saying if
10
you know.
toes down. Nah, but that's the point. Like with the P. Diddy thing, I mean, I guess some can argue that they know because a lot of them were at these freak out parties, yeah?
They've seen it.
But in my situation, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if I've been on the payroll
Well,
unless you was there to
Yeah.
get it, or you wouldn't
No, I would
know
have been
that I
asking you. I would
assisted.
speak to you.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I mean, that's if you could. That's if the police haven't come and collected me and you can't talk to me.
True.
So
If I couldn't
that,
talk to you at all, then I'm gonna be like, well,
I've
I don't
known
know
him
that of her, so I can't say.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not
But
gonna pick a side if I can't talk to you. Yeah.
If it comes out that
But
you
you're
did-
like,
if it
look,
comes
bro,
out
I'm
that you
flipping
did
guilty.
that-
I've been doing this.
If it comes out, or if I spoke to you, you told me, I would keep quiet. Like if people were like, oh, Dammy, what's your take? Venom, I'm like, no comment.
Yeah, if you said to me, look, bruv, I've been banging fraud, innit? I've been getting these Chanels. Like, what? I said, all right, cool. And then I just, every time, no comment. Yeah, so what yet? No comment.
Not involved. I would disappear so quick.
I'm like, next
so
question.
quick.
Okay, cool.
I mean, there would be no public appearances. I mean, it will piss me off because obviously my TikTok thing's moving. You know what I mean? I'm doing my thing.
You wouldn't have, wait, you would say no public appearances?
Yeah,
If
so
I
that
got caught on the thing.
yeah. So I don't even have to talk about it.
Mad.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to say anything about you, and I don't want to be asked.
Yeah,
I see.
man, I'll
You
just say,
see.
no, no
I'm
comment.
loyal. You see, I'm loyal. You see, I'll back you to the end, podcast
I
bestie.
said, no comment, boy.
I will back you to the even if I knew you
Don't
did it.
dip.
I can't even lie. Even if I
Don't
knew you
dip.
did it, even if I
Don't
knew you
dip.
did it, I'd be like, I don't know that of him. You know, I don't know. We'll keep it in house.
Yeah, I say,
Keep
look,
it in house. I'm like,
me?
I don't. I've never
I
seen
live
him
on
to
the
be.
5th floor. I don't know about that. I
Mm,
live on the 5th floor.
mm. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mm-mm. He
Um,
had a bad go, boy.
yeah, it's a
He
shame.
had a bad
It's
go.
a shame, but you know, like we said last time, I think it's really difficult for you to be that high up, have that much power, have that much money, and not have done something dirty.
And not do
Like
something. Yeah.
A lot of them, they've done something dirty, and he's protected. Diddy's protected. I'd say he's protected similar. Yeah, similar to how R. Kelly was protected. You know, like they were making a lot of money for the industry. So, you know, I'm hearing that at these freakouts, they not only did they have pastors there, but they had like people from other industries there, potentially even politicians were there. So everyone's benefiting, everyone was eating. Do you know what I mean? So that's why
that was Diddy's bag though. He was able to navigate a few different crowds and bring them together in a very harmonious way. That was what his, you know what I mean? That was his USP. Yeah. I don't know, but to be honest, yeah, as a DJ, I don't think I'm like dropping the Diddy catalog. I'm not gonna lie.
you're not gonna separate. You're gonna separate the artist from the music. Is what you're saying?
From the thing, yeah, from the outside. I'm separating the inside from the outside.
I'm not gonna
Right
lie to
now-
you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't love Diddy's music that much for me to know. Although,
No, but he got a hand in a lot of music. He got a hand in a lot of music.
yeah, but so does R. Kelly. And I've stopped listening to R. Kelly songs, but the songs he's written, I'm not gonna lie, they're still in my
they're still the
playlist.
Listen, oh my lord!
Because
Let me
R.
tell you
Kelly
something.
has written a lot of songs. He's the lyricist behind a lot of artists' music. So if I was to completely cut out R. Kelly, including the music he wrote, that's the majority of R&B and some of those R&B hip hop collabs of the 90s and early 2000s. That's a big catalogue of music. And that's the music that I stay living in because I don't like this new age stuff. So I stopped listening to R. Kelly, and even that was a sacrifice because I love R. Kelly's music. That's more of a that was more of a sacrifice to me than dropping P. Diddy because I never really thought P. Diddy was much of a rapper. He's got some catchy tunes, yeah, but I was never really crazy for R. Kelly. Apart from that era where he did songs with like Nicole Scherzinger, Christina Aguilera, that era.
Mm.
I could leave P. Diddy. That's fine by me. His music,
no,
but any music that he's produced and stuff, that would mean that I've got to let go of like, no. I can't let go of the people
Like
he's
Mace,
produced. No.
Biggie Smalls,
No.
Faith Evans, Mary J,
No.
112.
No.
It's bad.
Bear.
It's bad.
Bear. Even Usher.
So, yeah, even Usher.
Usher, Bieber.
Early Usher. Yeah. Is he Bieber? I thought Usher was Bieber.
He was Bieber as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he was involved in that.
Yeah, it's bad. So, and the thing is as well, is like bare people don't care as well. Like even the sensitivity about R. Kelly, like Americans ain't even caring like that.
Because they can
Americans don't
separate the artist from the
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
Oh God, I don't know, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but we move. That being said, have you got a song of the week?
I do actually. I was gonna double back to that. It's off of Tyler's album. If you
I've got a Tyler album song as well. Go on, what's your one?
Mine's Jump.
Okay, mine's To Last.
To Last.
Yeah.
What was To Last? I don't think I know To Last off the top of my head. I listened to it like once.
It's towards towards the end.
Was the end. Yeah, Jump was the one that I thought I would play this. Like, I'd play it as a DJ.
I've listened to Tyler's album quite a few times. I think that the album is absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that there's no swearing in there, so it's PG. The kids can listen to it too. There is no skips on that album. Back to back. Love it.
Yeah,
great debut album. Solid.
It was a solid.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Sir came out with an album as well whilst you were away.
Yeah, I started listening to it. I haven't.
You haven't finished it.
I was on the walk to my dad's. I started playing it, but the walk to my dad's ain't long, and then I haven't picked it back up. But yeah, I was enjoying. Says my guy.
Days Like This, which is like an event organizing company.
Yeah, DLT.
They're doing this festival called The Recipe. DLT. They're doing the tickets came out recently. I copped my ticket real quick because Jasmine Sullivan is headlining.
You know what? Yeah, I love jazz, but the only reason why I wanted the ticket was because Alex Isley is performing.
He's gonna be there too. Sir's gonna be there. Nah, there's bet. Listen, I got my ticket. Secured.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
you know me
because my sister put me on it. I saw it. I knew about it. I've just been very busy.
Tickets come out on Friday. Well. I got my ticket because I got it pre-sale. By the time this episode comes out, the general sales tickets would have come out. But because we know when we're recording, for your information, it comes out on Friday. So you still got time.
Oh, cool.
You still got time.
To be there Friday morning.
10 a.m.
Alex,
you need to be there.
Alex is.
I got my ticket. But the tickets are kind of pricey though. Just expect it. It's a bit pricey. I spent about £200 on my ticket.
Damn it, man! This is what I mean. Why is everyone doing this nonsense? Like,
but to be fair, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it because the artists that we're getting, they're not artists that we see here all the time. One, it's for the real R&B heads. Yeah. Two, and it's unlimited drink and unlimited food.
Unlimited drink
and food as part of your ticket. Like they literally were like, you can leave your wallet at home that day.
Yeah,
everything's included in there.
I don't see that working out though. Like like it's one of them ones. If you got a good position, how are you gonna make use of the unlimited food and drink?
I'm just saying that's what.
Where you going?
That's that, and apparently the capacity of the place can hold up to 25k people, but they've taken half of that so that there's more room for people to move around and take advantage of the drinks and food. Yeah. But when you're at a festival, but think about it, when you're at a festival anyway, and there's food and drink available to you that you have to buy, how often are you going to get food and drink, really and truthfully? You might eat it once
I
You
don't
might go
eat.
get a couple. Exactly. So, but
I
you'll
don't
get
eat, I
drink. But
don't
you'll
drink.
get.
When
You don't
when
drink?
I used to when I used to go to Wireless before the times
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
went on the VIP thing, which was different.
Mhm.
When I myself, I'm just going as a regular civilian. They never used to stop you from bringing in like water and stuff like that. So I used to have
Yeah.
a bag filled with water and filled with fruit.
Mm.
I walk into the thing, navigate my way to the front, which usually I'm in the first 10 rows, somewhere within that. And I'm standing there.
You and me
I'm
are
not
different.
peeing.
Because all
I'm
I
not
got.
nothing.
Nah, because I'm coming there for the full experience. You get me? So I might bounce around from stage to stage because it's not all, like Wireless.
main
It's not one stage. Yeah. So
I'm main
I-
stage all day.
I'm not there all day. I would go like to different, like I'll go there for the main acts, obviously, because and then I'd bounce around, go to the other plate, like the smaller stages to see some of the smaller acts, the more up and coming acts. Grab a drink here, grab a drink there, grab a little something from the foods thingy. Then by the evening, when the headliner's coming out, I'm back at the front. But
You get back to the front.
yeah, all the time.
Mad.
I'm a woman.
But you're
It's
a girl.
different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's different.
For me, it's bare aggro,
but
so
yeah,
I just got to stay there, hold my
I think-
position.
Yeah, I think that's what they use to justify the tickets, the ticket costs, because obviously they're saying you're not going to spend money when you get there, so it's all included in the
Yeah.
price.
They'll definitely have things on sale, but
Yeah, so
Yeah,
just to warn you,
aight.
just to warn you, the tickets are pricey.
it's looking like a bag of
It's
ticket.
pricey, but you gotta weigh it up. How much do I want to see my man? Do you get it? How much?
Nah, so
So-
Alex, yeah, I reckon she's gonna perform here again and do something intimate because as an artist, she's an intimate performer anyway. Her songs are nice and quiet and sensual and all of that. I don't even think they'll lend themselves to like main stage energy, if you know what I mean. It will sound good, obviously, but you know what I mean? A jazz cafe is where this woman is gonna shine.
So you're thinking
So-
if the tickets are too crazy, you'll just wait.
I'm thinking she's gonna do it anyway. Like, I can't even believe she's coming. I was like, wait, she's coming and she's not doing Jazz Cafe. She's doing Big Festival. What's she doing? She could do Jazz
I'm one of
Cafe by
those-
herself.
I'm one of those people. I'd go to both. I don't think you know me.
She got bare tunes.
You see,
Like-
you see me festivals, concerts. You know me, Venom. Other than Beyonce, if I say I'm going, I'm going. I don't care. If I say I'm going, I'm going. I'll find a ticket somehow.
Yeah, no, I can
So,
find a ticket.
I
As soon
think,
as my sister said she was there, I said, festival.
I don't mind. I don't mind getting my trainers on and doing festival life again. Because
No. It's just her. It's very specific to her. If it was Victoria Monet, who I also wanted to see, I've seen her now, but I would have been like, boom, because her songs are big and loud. It's the energy. It's fine. Festival is fine. I want to see her closer, but festival is fine. But this woman in particular, her songs are magic. It's moments.
For me, I'm happy with the whole. I'm happy with the whole lineup. So I don't mind spending that money for the whole lineup. I'm getting Sir,
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan. Do you know what I mean? Alex. There's
Jasmine's
a few
gonna
others
kill
on
it.
there as well that I like. Yeah, so the lineup's nice. So I'm like, yeah, I'll spend that 200. I don't know if it's still going to be 200 on Friday.
Yeah, no, and I see it. What it is.
Because you know how it is, like the prices always miraculously
what it
go
is.
up. But I'm just warning you for now, innit? But if you do end up going, it'll be good to see you there still. Let's move on to Have You Seen?
Have you seen?
Have you heard about this Tomelo girl?
Ah, yeah. I was wondering if you was gonna want to talk about it or just not want to talk about it. Yes, I have. Yes, I have indeed.
So,
Ratchet City. Ratchet City.
oh God, Rack City. Okay, so Tomelo is a supposedly South African 18-year-old girl who lives somewhere up north. I can't remember. But she's from somewhere up north in England. And she's gone viral on TikTok for a series of videos where she talks about, or she calls out certain guys who have paid her for certain services. I'm not gonna elaborate on that much more because just in case some of the kids that Venom's always thinking about decide to watch the show. So she went viral for calling out one guy in particular. This guy was called Malachi. And then all these guys were coming out in the comments trying to say that they're Malachi and all this business. And from there, she did another video talking about how she was on, what's that streamer's name? Is it Kai?
Oh, Kai Cenat. Yeah.
Yeah, she said that she had something between her and him, or he asked her to come on the show. That caught his attention, and he was like, "That never happened." So anyway, she's just done a series of videos on TikTok where she's screaming and shouting and just talking very ratchet and talking about how she's been paid for certain things. And she ended up on Trend Central in an interview with this older woman. I forget her name.
Yeah. No,
Forget her name. And the interview, I watched the interview. The interview lasted about 30 minutes. Where the host was pretty much asking her, like, does she consider herself to be a prostitute? We can use that word. That's the right word for it. Does she consider herself to be a prostitute? What does she do for a living? Does she go to school? Is she in uni? Like, what's like, just trying to, pick out the story a bit more, asking her, if the stories are true, because she did lie about the Kai, what's his name? Senate.
Midday Oni.
What's that streamer's name again? I always forget his name.
Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat, because she lied about that and got caught out. So it's like, and stuff. And Tamelo was just like, that Kai thing, I did it on purpose to get his streamers to find me, pretty much. She said she doesn't consider what she does as prostitution because she doesn't do it en masse. It's like individual, selected individuals that she does.
Bespoke
guys that she offers her services to. And by the end of the interview, I think Tamelo got triggered, right, by something that Midday said, the host, and it turned into, you're old and you can't really talk to me anyhow, because I'm pretty sure when you were younger, you was probably doing a madness as well. And why is it that old women think they can talk to us youngers anyhow, type thing? Mm-hmm. And then from there, the whole interview just switched into this girl,
like a catfight kind
trying to antagonize the host, and the host trying not to get rude back, but then anyway, we'll get into it. So that's the long of the short of it. What are your thoughts, Venom?
I haven't watched the full interview.
That's cool, but the clips
of her having the back and forth with Midday. But the whole, just before we get to the interview, the whole Tamelo thing is just so 2024.
Do you know what she reminds me of?
What?
She reminds me of that. Is it Kizzy? What's that guy's name? The one that used to go around doing madness online. That guy. Is it Tizzy or Kizzy? Kizzy. Do you remember the one that would go and walk into people's houses? Yeah. That guy.
Mizzy.
And it was a Z or something. Mizzy. She reminds me of Mizzy.
I don't even know what she reminds me of. Like
it's delinquent.
I don't find it believable, if you know what I mean. Like, it's very much like, an essence of Mizzy. I see where you're saying it now, because it's very much like, I think that this will make people react. I'm going to say this. I'm going to act like
exactly.
This, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's just giving very, not attention seeking, but I find a lot, this is the source for me with a lot of people on socials now. It's like, when people don't have adequate attention in their immediate space, that's when they do this whole social media thing, and I gotta be a persona, and I gotta do these outlandish things just to get attention, because that's all they want is attention. But if you had adequate attention, you know what I mean, in your surroundings, you wouldn't do it. So she's just giving me that. She's just giving me like, not mentally unstable, but like, there's psychological reasons as to why she has chosen right now to be this character, to do whatnot, to get attention online and try and convert it into this rap career. Wild. Wild. But it's just so unbelievable, to be honest. I don't even believe Malachi exists.
She said he exists, but she said he's none of the guys that were in her comments. Because because after a bunch of Malachis were like playing into it, she did another video going, "Oh, the guy that did it, he's in the comments." But then now in the interview, she's saying he's not in the comments. So
Yeah. I don't think he exists.
I think that because the thing is, there's been a lot of discourse over the last few days about this. On one hand, we've got people saying that Midday was unprofessional and that she was what Yorubas will call anagbaya, which is basically an older person acting immature, like acting like a child in that interview, because she didn't need to, like, even her interview style was quite judgmental, was quite, some people said it was quite rude. It was giving South London girl asking questions with attitude type vibe is what some people were saying. And it brought up the whole conversation about how younger women feel about older women, trying to give them advice, and how older women can sometimes come across as condescending to younger women. There was that whole conversation there. And then on the other side of the coin was people saying, "Are you lot crazy? This girl's 18 years old," saying that she's basically a prostitute. So actually, Midday had what Midday was saying to the girl was right, and it was true, irrespective of the delivery. And actually, because some people were saying that Midday got triggered because Tamelo was reminding her of her age, and Tamelo's comebacks, I'm not gonna lie, they were snappy, they were giving.
If there's one thing about that girl, she pre-plans all them comebacks. She has them ready.
I don't know if she pre-plans them. Like, when I was that age, I had comebacks as well. Do you know, like, you know how it is. Like, if you, like, some of us girls, like, I'm witty, I'm quick with it, I'm very, I get it. I get it. I've been Midday, and I've been, not Tamelo in the prostitution sense, but in the quick wit sense and being cheeky and knowing how to give back, like cuss and stuff. I've been that girl when I was younger. So I get that. But some people were saying that Midday was triggered by some of the insults that Tamelo was throwing at her. But then on the other side of the coin, people were saying that actually, no, Tamelo was triggered by Midday questioning her decisions to get paid for certain things, and how she's gone about sharing that on the internet, because a big part of Midday's questioning was, why did you feel like you needed to even share this online? Why, like, fair enough, you can just, you're 18, you can do what you want, but why did you do a video about this for millions of people to see? Right? And I watched the clips, I heard all the discourse, I saw videos on TikTok flying, all this conversation on X. I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this interview myself. I actually watched it today. And I think I'm going to say something that you would expect me to say, actually. I think two things can be true at once.
Hey, Lord God.
Yeah, two things can be true at once. I think that both sides of the coin are right, having watched that interview. I think that Tamelo is a 18-year-old girl who thinks she understands life, but has no clue. Just like a lot of us did when we were 18. And if you couple that with the fact that in today's society, in 2024, there is an emphasis on girls having sexual liberation. There is an emphasis on sex work. I can't say that. Yeah, sex work.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
That's what it is.
As a theme, as a theme.
Yeah. There's an emphasis of that. Like, OF is glamorized. there's
Yeah.
there's girls as young as 18 on OnlyFans. You know, there's this whole, and then that's one thing. There's the whole culture of get money and use men to get that money, right? So if you couple all of that together, plus the fact that at that age you think you're a big woman, that's where that's coming from. So I do think it's believable. I just think when you look at it in the context of the society that we live in now, especially the online society and how people look at things on social media, I'm not surprised. So there's that. Then when we look at Midday, I do think her interview style was unprofessional. I think that Midday comes across as a typical black girl from ends who has a bit of an attitude problem, looks down on people, thinks that she has that sense about her. And I think that came out in that interview. And as much as she's come out saying that she could have said more, she was like, she did a response.
Yeah, she did a
rebuttal
rebuttal thing.
I might as well have just said what I wanted to say if you lot are going to come for me. Even that response and attitude shows what I'm saying. That, do you know what I mean? That aura about her is there, and it showed in the interview. And I think if you're going to call yourself a host and you're going to say that you're going to be professional, that shouldn't come out. You can still have a personality about you, but that side of you, which isn't positive, by the way, shouldn't come out. It doesn't come across as professional.
It doesn't.
I know that I'm from Hackney. I grew up in North London, in Stokey, right? I have an attitude about me. If you push me the wrong way, if you back me into a corner, that can come out. But if I'm interviewing someone and this is going out in the public, this is now my job, supposedly, I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that doesn't come out. I will be talking to you like I'm interviewing someone in corporate. No joke. And there's nothing wrong with asking certain questions to get the other person to think about what they're saying and whatever, but don't do it in a way that is condescending and judgmental. And that's what Midday did.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? You could be educational, you could be aspiring, you could be like, do you know what I mean? But don't be judgmental. And that's where that came from. A lot of her questions, and not the questions itself, but the way that she asks the questions, and even the follow-up questions. Like, for example, there was one point where she said to Tumelo, what do you do for a living? Do you go to school? Are you in uni? And Tumelo went, I don't know. She said, I don't know. I got the sense that she doesn't want to answer that question. She doesn't want to tell you what she does, right? Midday turns around and goes, what do you mean you don't know? You don't know what you do for a living? And to me, even that, do you know what I mean? That way of asking the question, I would have just been like, okay, next question, because you clearly don't want to answer it. That's why you said you don't know. But to try and go down that line, you're trying to antagonize the girl, and that's not professional. And it's judgy. So I do think
it's
two
a
things.
fine line, isn't it? It's a fine line with an interviewer, how you actually conduct an interview to get the questions answered that people want to know.
Yeah.
But I don't think she should have taken that interview. I think this is just like spite come to get her, because why would you give a girl on this level of nonsense a platform to speak? Like,
because that's what Trend Central does. Because remember the girl that
no,
did
I know
that?
Trend Central
do you remember,
does that.
Do you remember?
I mean,
but it's a Trend Central show. Okay, she's a host on their show. They did the same thing with that Omalay girl. Literally, the video before this is the Omalay interview. Yeah, and I think she's the same person that did that interview. Right? So she, on this particular show on Trend Central, she's the host. Now, whether she's the one that picks who she interviews or not, who knows? But nonetheless, whether you are the one that chooses them or not, I mean, if you are the one that chooses them, maybe not. But then I get why they did that, because she's a hot topic right now. It makes sense to get the girl herself on the show. It's going to get views, people talking about it. It works. But remember that you're not talking to this girl at a party, at a function, in the privacy of your home or her home. You're talking to her on screen. And this video even went overseas. People in America are doing hot takes about Midday and Tumelo. Do you get it? So I just think that I think that if you're gonna, and it could have been why they wanted Midday to interview her anyway, because they know that Midday's got an attitude about her, and it might rile Tamelo up the wrong way, and it will be, do you know what I mean?
They know what they're doing, man.
It could be that. It could be that. But I'm just saying, me, and I know I got an attitude if I want one, and I'm an older woman, my 30s. If I was interviewing Tamelo, that is not how I would have gone about it. Like, it's just not how I would have gone about it. I would have just been like, okay, what I'm basically trying to say is when you are an interviewer or a host, you have to leave your opinions and your judgment at the door to an extent. You can't, you're asking questions for the public that are going to watch to get answers, yes, but you yourself, in the way that you ask those questions, you have to leave your own personal judgment and feelings at the door and just ask the questions. So you can you can show your personality in how you ask the questions, but your judgment has to be left at the door. And if you're going to be judgmental and stuff like that, then expect people to clap back at you. Expect people to have something to say about you because of
Unless you're the more likable character, which she isn't. They were both on neutral footing. And
there you go.
One of them is popular and the other one is a host.
Right.
So,
for example, if ZZ Mills back in the day when she used to do the ZZ Mills show, like when she did the Miss Her Fabulous interview, there was a bit of attitude there. Like ZZ comes with a little bit of judgment, but it never gets to that point where it's like we're going head to head and
yeah, because she does the main thing, which is to serve the interviewee and to serve the audience.
And that's what I'm trying to say. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Leave your judgment at the door. Like, try your best. Because even, like, I was listening to the answers from Tamela and I was like, baby girl, you have no clue. Like, you think you know, but you don't know. You're gonna get older and you're gonna be like, hopefully, you're gonna get older and you're gonna be like, that wasn't the right choice that I made back then. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
But for now, you think you're doing what you're doing and other people are supporting you. And like I said, right now, we have a culture where sex work is okay. Sex work is not looked down on, okay? So that's not enough.
It will never be looked down on again.
And because of that, that's why a lot of people won't agree with Midday's judgment because they don't think there's anything wrong with it. And at the end of the day, she's 18, right? So my personal opinion, it's not okay because you're still young, babes. Like, there's other options for you. Then
18. It's weird, isn't it?
It's too young for me.
Definitely thinks that you're grown, but when you grow past that point,
when I make this argument that an 18-year-old girl, she's still young and immature. I get it. Technically, she's over the age of consent. She can do what she wants. She's an adult. Cool, I hear it. But look at Tamelo.
At the same time, I guess the difference is Tamelo, I can see the absences that she faces because I work with people who are older than her who are still actually young, if you know what I mean. So I'm seeing her at her age of 18 doing all this. I'm like, there's just a structure missing around you. Like a really important structure, it's just missing.
She did say she lives alone. She lives alone. 100%. And she's smart though. She's a smart girl.
Well, you have to be. You have to wise up quick. And that's the problem. She's too smart now. So she's making big mistakes. Because that's what happens when you're too smart. Too fast, too forward.
But yeah, I do think that two things can be true at once. I do think that Midday could have handled that interview better. It wasn't professional, even though she thinks it was. It wasn't. Like, it was over dramatic as well. Like, I think Tamela, I can't remember what Tamela said to her. She said something like, she got up. Oh yeah, it was something to do with, Tamela was basically like, listen, don't act like when you were younger you weren't getting done out at the back of the club.
On the stairs.
On the stairs or something like that. And she was like, I'm going to excuse myself. And I was like, you're just doing the most, man. Because you antagonized her to that point. You antagonized her to that point. So now she's responding and you want to do up, I'm going to walk out and take a breather. Come on now. And Tamelo clocked it. She was like, I feel like you're asking me these questions in this way because you want a reaction out of me. She literally said it in the interview. And then she was like, if that's what you want, that's what you're gonna get. And then she started insulting.
I'll give you some fire.
I give you what you
I'll
want.
Give you some reaction you can't handle. Yeah. Like,
yeah. And now I've given it to you. Now I've given it to you. You're doing it. I need to excuse myself. I need to excuse myself.
She said, listen, hun, you're old.
You're old. She goes, I heard that you're like 46. I heard you're like 46. I said, ouch.
Mad.
Ouch.
And that's the thing, yeah? That's where venom comes from. Because that's the thing. All the things, they pop in their head, I just have to let them go. Like, don't say that. No,
yeah. But the thing is, I feel like I'm
young using that weaponry against women as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, this whole weaponizing age against older women makes no sense, because you're gonna, by God's grace, I pray you reach that age, right? Mm-hmm. And so if a younger girl's never said that to me, but if they ever said that to me, I'll be like, okay, I am older. It's not a lie. I'm older. I'm not 40. I'm not 46. But I am older than you. Yeah, I'm old.
That's just to add salt. That was just to add some salty spice.
Yeah, and then she goes, I'm not 46, but I look good for my age. And she was like, yeah, I give that to you. You do look good for your age. I wouldn't even say that. You can see how I look. Man. I don't need to say all of that. Like age, my age.
But that's the thing. Once you
age doesn't bother me.
You throw age in it like that on some backhanded thing, she's got on the back foot. You're constantly on defense after that.
Yeah, but
after someone's
I think it only works.
They've just discredited your existence.
Nah, but it only works if you actually are insecure about being older. Do you get it? That's what I'm trying to say. So for me, I'm not insecure about being older. I am older than you. Facts.
No, I don't think. So I think a lot of women aren't.
So if you said to me,
in the context
a lot of them are. No, a lot of
with
them are.
A younger person.
A lot of them are. Because a lot of them are fighting to look younger than their age. That's another conversation as well. All this millennials trying to be like, I still look young. Listen, I want to age gracefully. I know I look younger than my age, but if I didn't look younger than my age, I don't care. As long as I look good, I don't care. Do you understand me? Like I've lived this age. I'm proud of that. So you can't use my age against me. Yes, I am older. Okay. And you're younger. So I could flip it and be like, because you're younger, you're chatting crap. You don't know what you're talking about.
What do you know?
Because you're young. Yeah, exactly. It can be flipped the other way as well. So it's not a big deal.
I mean, realistically, I would have come in with my age. I'd be like, look, before you get too fresh, I'm double your age. So
but that could be a condescending.
I've seen it twice.
That could be condescending. So if they're like, I heard you're 46. Don't do that. If they're like, I heard you're 46, I'm like, actually, I'm 34. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm older. And what? You're 18. And this is what you're doing. If you want to take it there, we'll take it. But you see what I mean by I know that I'm quite rude. You see what I'm saying? So if you know that's what you're like, just kindly know that kind of thing is not for you. That's not for you. Unless you can leave it at the door, it's not for you. So yeah, I agree with both sides. Like Tamila's moving mad and Midday wasn't great at interviewing her.
Yeah, I've never seen her before. And that's probably why she's not my style of interviewer. But yeah, and especially
very defensive.
The only thing that they did good was with the Blue Therapy. That was them, right?
I don't think she was in it. Was she in it? I don't know if she was in it.
No. Not the first one.
I know Trend Central did Blue Therapy and they also did Backchat.
Right, yeah. She might have been in Backchat or something. Or not.
And they also did, you know that show where Esther and Lani exposed that guy?
Yeah.
That was on Trend Central as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was like a good conversation. And Blue Therapy was just an awesome fiction, you know what I mean? But I'm not here for the Backchat kind of thing. And that's the vibe that she was kind of giving, I guess. She was giving a little bit of Backchat. Yeah.
Exactly.
Did you see, or have you seen, that our beloved show Champion is cancelled?
No.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
So the writer, Candice, I think it's Candice WC, I think she posted it on Twitter, but she said goodbye. She said her goodbyes, and it's basically been like it's not being continued. But
that's
she didn't explain why. But I'm gonna guess and say that it's either one of two things in my mind. It's either that she's asking for too much money for the second season because it's damn successful, and why wouldn't you? Or simply BBC/Netflix aren't paying good for the second season. To me, it's still money. I don't see any other reason. The thing was phenomenal. Phenomenal. had Top Boy potential, and apparently it's cancelled.
That's a shame.
And I
On-
haven't been able to get over it. I've known this for weeks. I've been holding on to this bad boy
Really?
piece of information for weeks. Yeah.
And you didn't tell me. You didn't even text me. Rah.
Nah, 'cause I
That's
wanted to tell
sad
you.
because the story didn't end in a way where it can be left there. So
It's
we're
not
now
finished.
going to be wondering forever what happened. Do you know what I mean?
Well, on the clip, it actually said that she went on to explain how it would have gone,
Okay.
which I'm guessing is on Twitter. Let me get her handle up so you can find her, because Candice_WC or something like that. But very upsetting for me.
That's a
Like, very
shame.
upsetting for me. I was
Did you-
thoroughly enjoying that.
Do you have Disney Plus by any chance?
I do.
Did you ever watch Iwaju?
No, I haven't watched it yet. But my young people did the premiere. for that.
Okay.
They danced
Watch
at the
it.
premiere, and I was
So
like,
good. It's so
I didn't even realize
good.
it was out.
It's so good. So good.
You know
Watch
the
it.
story of how they got that to that level.
Yeah.
Mad.
Because I watched
Right.
because I watched the series, and then Disney have a show. They have another like documentary style show that tells you the whole story behind how they got the writers and everyone involved, and how they collaborated with the creators from Nigeria and Uganda to create it. Yeah, really good. I was really intrigued. Watch it. 100%. You guys as well.
No,
If you
I'll
haven't
come
watched it
into that
yet,
one.
if you've got Disney Plus, please watch Iwaju. It's so good.
Plus it up. Have you heard of Reefer TV?
Mm-mm.
And I have to send you the link. So there's a guy on I'm gonna assume it's TikTok, right? Yeah, he's a TikToker called Reefer TV. And he's like any other TikToker, someone who comes on, does a little bants, whatnot, comes off. So he did his bants thing, and it was basically about why he's not going to war. Because you remember we had that whole moment where they were like, "Oh, we're gonna start drafting, man," and so everybody, we already did our episode time ago.
We covered this
before they were
Yeah.
even asking, and then
Right?
we came back and just did a light mention when they actually brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he did one at the time. This video apparently Feb 1st. I'm guessing that's the point in time where they were like, we might have to draft man against Russia. Cool. He's done his funny video. It's basically talking about why Russia has so many man ready to die for the cause. Same thing as North Korea. And he's just talking about their country's leaders, how Putin is, you know what I mean? He's G'd up. He's the kind of person that if he's your leader, you would fight for that person, like, because they are they're on job. Same thing for Kim Jong-un. And then he said, but Rishi Sunak, like, who is that? And then carries on the joke. That's the basic, that's the meat
I know
and
where
that's the
this
meat and
is going.
potatoes
I
of
know
the video.
about this. Is he the one that tried to
Right.
show some letter?
Yes.
Okay.
So now the government have sent document to Haman's yard. Basically,
It's not
a cease and
real.
desist on his. Is it not real at all?
It's not real.
How do you know it's not real?
It's not real.
Is it genuinely not
There's
real?
there's a whole debate about it online, and people are saying that's not how the government write to you. Even the letterhead and everything just seems fake.
Well, for everyone that doesn't know, apparently the government have written to this guy and asked him to basically stop his defamatory conversation or rhetoric on the prime minister going forward. But saying he has freedom of speech, as is
They tried to say
documented
in
our
the letter.
constitution
Tried to
or
say
whatever.
in the letter. Tried to say that it's a crime. They said it's a crime.
The bit
I
that he read
believe-
out, it alluded it to being in some way
Criminal,
not,
yeah. And he
not
was
legal.
like, yeah, but other people have said worse in the comments and stuff like that. Why are they coming for me? Blah blah blah. But a lot of people are like, it's not real, because
You know what? Yeah, I've got some government documents here though, and they look. I've got the video up on the screen. And I'm like looking at this. And I'm like, this looks very similar, but I haven't received a letter from the government legal department. Mine is from something else. But they look similar in their design. That's all I can say. But
they would look similar. If I'm gonna, for content, forge.
Of course, yeah.
I'm gonna try and make it look as similar as possible. Do you get it?
So do you think it's you're in the camp of believing it to be a fake?
I don't think it's real. I think it's for content. I think it's another narrative, a spin-off narrative to the content he's already released. It gets people talking. It gets people interested. It's been on TikTok. Yeah. It's been on. He posted it on TikTok. It's been on Twitter. It's been on Instagram. Yeah, I think it's just
if it's not real, I think his delivery was really good.
Other blogs have posted it as well on Instagram and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's just part of the narrative.
I think it's a fake. If it's fake, I think his delivery is really good. Because when he was reading them, I was tripping up on a couple words and that. I was like, okay, it's like he's reading it for the first time. Mm-hmm. Not for the first time, but you know what I mean? Like, I said, oh, okay.
We'll see, innit?
These youngsters are moving different. I'm saying youngster, he's probably like, I don't even know how old he is.
He's probably definitely younger than us.
The beard isn't grown in. The beard isn't grown in. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably young. He's definitely younger than us. We're not spring chickens anymore. Like,
I know.
He's definitely younger than us. So, now. Yeah.
I like the way they play the games, man. But it's a weird one, man. Because even this now, just drawing links between this and Tamello, it's like there's no shame to do like the fakery or the.
I think these lot. I think these Gen Zs are creative. I have to give them that.
In a different way.
They're very creative. They're very brazen. Very brazen. They don't give a eck. They don't give a eck. They're just different to us. They're just different.
They're definitely.
And it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that. In all senses, in all aspects, no matter what the content is, they're very like ballsy, very outlandish, very. It's just
no holds barred, like no fear for consequence.
There's
like,
no fear.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell.
That's what I mean by that's what I mean by they're ballsy. That's what I mean by they're ballsy.
I'm like, what?
I'll say there's no and it comes across like there's no shame as well because they'll say anything, do anything. They don't care.
Absolutely,
they don't give a
like, you don't care. That's attached to you.
They don't care.
That's actually you.
They don't care. They don't give a heck.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and reconfirm that on the interview. Wait, give me a second.
They don't care. And that's why I said,
you know what?
That's why I said Tamello reminds me of Missy. They just don't care. Yeah. They'll just take it to the extreme. They don't care. Ballsy.
Do you think she'll go that far? As in, do you think like a Piers Morgan would, you know what I mean, pick her up to further her, not to further her, but you know what I mean, to further ask the questions of.
I think she's trying to go
before Piers, right?
The thing is, right, Cardi B was very similar to Tamello. When Cardi B first went on the internet, Cardi was outlandish. She was saying all sorts of things that were like, whoa, do you know what I mean? And look at where Cardi B is now. So I can see why she's gone down this line, innit? And it might be successful. My only thing is, in the UK, a lot of us have shame. In America,
they don't have shame.
The culture is a bit different. That's why I say that someone like Lani suits America because that way of there's a market for that. There's an audience for that, and it's fine. But in the UK, we're so old school word stush. We're so judgy. She might not get a.
You think it's stush and judgy?
The UK is hella stush and judgy compared to America. 100%. 100%.
I don't know. I just feel. Do you know what? I don't think it's that though. I just think that we have higher standards. I'm not gonna lie. I
We're
wouldn't say
judgy.
it's stush and
No,
judgy.
the Americans have high standards. There's parts of America that very high standards.
Yeah, parts.
Yeah,
the
parts of
general-
and you can say the same thing about the UK.
Mhm.
But I can't speak about the whole UK. But London, we're stush and we're judgy. That's why events in the UK, like going to a club in the UK, is not as fun as going to one up north because everyone's looking at each other like.
Yeah, no, but it never used to be like that. That's just now.
But that's what
It used to be
I'm
like
talking about now, innit? I'm not talking about back when you was young. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now. You get it?
Yeah.
Right?
You said when you used to have to park your goat outside the club. Not them days.
even when I was in uni, even if I was in uni, there were certain activities that were shameful. And we'd be like, is that what you're doing? It's just part of the culture in London. So I don't think
I only feel like the culture changed when mobile phones got good and social media got connected, and then people are like, wait, the video, is that you?
when I was
That's
in uni,
when I feel like the change happened.
when I was in uni and I was partying, phones were a thing. I had 2 phones. Your girl was rocking 2 phones. Okay.
But what was that? BlackBerry.
I had a
BlackBerry
BlackBerry
days.
and I had the flip to the Motorola, the flip
Yeah.
Motorola.
That was different social media, man. That weren't the real deal.
What are you talking about? Statuses on BBM. Listen.
Yeah, statuses.
Listen.
That
We had
weren't the real deal.
Facebook. We had Facebook.
Yeah, but people didn't used to just upload clips of
Yes,
raves.
they did when I was in. This is
Not
what I'm
like
saying.
now.
Listen, there's a bit of a disparity
like
between
now.
our ages, but
Nah,
we started
listen.
it. We started it. I don't remember. I never went partying. I never went partying before Facebook.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's how much.
Damn.
Yeah, because I was no. Think about it. Facebook. When I was about 16, 17 when Facebook came out. So when I went into uni, Facebook was a new thing. So we were uploading on Facebook back then. That's what I'm saying. That as much as we're in the same 30s, my experience and your experience is different. You're still what, 5 years older than me or something like that. Yeah, man. There's a disparity. There's a disparity.
You never went to the club and there was no Facebook. You never went to the club and didn't have mobile phones.
My whole partying life. There was internet. There was social media. For you, it might be slightly different, but for me, just before I was of clubbing age, we had MySpace and High Five. But then as soon as we started going clubbing, we had Facebook. So all of my clubbing experience is on Facebook. Everything is on Facebook. I don't remember. I never experienced going out and there wasn't pictures and videos going online.
Camera or something. Mad.
This is what I'm saying. The difference in our ages is showing now.
That is the most wild and most poignant thing.
So as you're talking about life before, my life has always been
you don't know.
Social media. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if you saw someone's phone in the club, someone's getting drawn. That's it. You can see a phone. Who's chatting up who? Who's moving to who?
Right.
That's the only reason why there's a phone. Because the phone can't do nothing else in the beginning. It's just take numbers or take calls. So if someone's trying to act like they got credit, yeah, I'm in the club, innit? Yeah, what you saying? You look coming through, trying to look whatever, and then the phone gone. Everybody's dancing. They're only looking at each other, looking gal, or looking at the DJ to say yeah, or the MC, and that's it. And that was years. Wow. Imagine. That is wild.
Do you remember? Like, this is why when I say that, this is why I say even though we're in the same, we're in the 30s together.
We're in the same generation, I think.
Almost. I look at you and think, right, he's older than me. Like sorry, but it is what it is. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But to me, you are of a different generation. What you would have experienced in uni and stuff. Or from the age of 16 to, do you know what I mean? That those years, those clubbing years, is different to what I would have experienced.
My clubbing years is different. I've been through every version.
I'm pretty sure that when you were 16, I wasn't even a teenager yet. Exactly.
You weren't. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Exactly.
Jeez. Like I went to the clubs, yeah, before you even had to bring ID.
Yeah,
You didn't have
no,
to
my
bring
whole
ID.
life was ID.
And then if you didn't look the age enough, then you could photocopy your ID and bring them the photocopy of your passport
Never.
or the photocopy of your driver's license, and they'll be like, yeah, cool.
Never.
That's how.
So when you're saying, going back to what I was saying about London being stush, I only remember London ever being stush. I don't remember what it was like because I never experienced.
You don't know another London. Nah, my London was sweaty and broke out.
We broke out though, because we were still like, listen, the way I used to dance in raves, yeah, at clubs. If I dance like that now, I would have gone viral a few times in this generation, because funky house era, doing the hard skanking. I was a hardcore skanker, you know, winding up in the club, all of that. I did all of that, didn't care, but it would end up on Facebook. My friends,
and this
you know what's funny?
I'm saying is
my friends,
imagine going out.
My friends
weekend
made
after
me
weekend and never ever having even to think of the possibility of the nastiness that you're doing is ever going to see the light of day.
It saw the light of day for us.
Ever.
Do you know what's crazy? Right, when I turned 25, my friends at the time made me this book with like pictures, like collages in there. And in one of the pictures that they chose, I'm whining on this guy. Like serious, like I'm bent over, right? And I had to hide that book from my parents because they never saw that side to me. So I do you know what I think? My theory is our generation, as in my generation, because we were shameful and we were exposing people on the internet. By the time it got to these lots generation, everyone is like, we go to the club, wouldn't be caught dead doing anything crazy.
Face, do vibes, subtle
just gonna look cute, just gonna look cute and drink. Yeah, I don't want to do too much because I'll be exposed. When I was in uni, I went to Brunel. I don't know if it was my year that started it, because my year was crazy, or was the year above me. They started something called, they started this list. So every year on Facebook, they would release a list of all the girls who had slept with other people. They would literally expose everyone. So-and-so slept with so-and-so.
People like what?
They would release a list exposing people that have had sex. So-and-so slept with so-and-so, so-and-so slept with so-and-so, she also slept with so-and-so, she's got a man, but she slept with so-and-so. And then they would even go and start bringing in the other unis like Hertfordshire, Kingston. The list will be released. This information would be released every year. And people would be praying that their information wasn't on that list. Praying! So I think my generation, when we first got Facebook and stuff, we started this whole exposing people dirty on the internet. So it's now trickled down to the point where now people don't want to be caught doing anything online. Or the opposite, where we've got people doing a mazzoline, like New Year's Eve guy doing a mazzoline on the stairs. Do you know what I mean? It's got to that point now.
He's my generation, though.
He's your generation, but the act of him being filmed and put online, that started from
your generation. Yeah. He is my generation, and he got caught out by your generation.
That's probably why he thought he could do. That's probably why he thought he could do that, because back in your day, no one
exactly. He's like, blood. These stairs were safe in my day. We do it.
Not anymore, boy. Because in my year, when I was in uni, we were exposing people on the internet. We were and it became a thing. Everyone wanted to know. I don't know if you've seen Gossip Girl or you've heard of Gossip Girl. The whole premise of the show is there's someone behind the computer spreading everyone's gossip, but they don't know who they are. They're anonymous, innit? They don't know who they are. And then by the end, they're revealed. That's what this exposed list was. People wanted to know who's behind this Facebook account exposing people's business. Everyone wanted to know who they are. I still want to know who they are, because I saw some tea on Facebook.
Ain't coming out. That secret ain't coming out.
Some people know who they are. Some people know, but I think it got revealed, but I can't remember.
You think it's a boy or a girl?
I think it was a guy. What do they call it? The name for the list, it wasn't the exposed list. It was something like the sket list or something like that. Something like that. And then by the time I got to third year, it had evolved from not just like statuses and stuff to photos, pictures of people. She's a sket. She's a this. That one's a that. Oh, it was so bad. And guys would be hoping that their girl didn't come up on this list.
Oh, of course. and your Facebook is telling me how much of my
babes.
Especially not she slept with so and so and so
and so and so and so and so and so and so. Yeah, it was bad. Everyone was obsessed with like
my generation. We had it unlocked, man. Because the thing is, I was a naughty boy, and I realized all the girls want to know is, can you keep this to yourself? I said, yeah.
That's why back in my day, when guys used to sing wholeheartedly that no way, we used to be like, you're lying. Because it was like this culture of exposing people. So I think it's kind of snowballed into the society that we have today. I'll be honest. I feel like
that don't vibes.
We started that. We started that whole, and that's why everyone's stush now in London. That's why no one wants to do anything.
There's parts of America that's like that as well. Because someone said that LA like that. Clubbing in LA is like that. Vibes.
So I feel like she's trying to be like the Cardi B type. That type of archetype. I don't know if she's going to be successful, but in terms of that generation in general, they're definitely ballsy. Yeah. Don't give a heck. No shame. Because it's at the end of the day, it's clout. Whether it's good or bad, it's clout. Gets them followers and stuff. Chasers. Gets them talked about. Now we know her name and what she looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that has been the episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've actually heard all of these stories, because this has been the maddest like little fortnight-ish in a while. But yeah, this is what goes down in the UK apparently. So just don't get caught out there in it. Don't end up on the Facebook list. So what about us? This is the Unpicked Podcast. We're on every streaming platform and YouTube and Spotify, even in video format. So check us out wherever you check us out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Give us a little like or comment, or little words of encouragement are good too. We'll catch you on the next one. In it, our Instagram and our socials is on the screen somewhere.
Everything's on the screen or in the description somewhere. But yeah, man.
Find it where you find it. You know what it is.
That's right. Until next time.
Peace.